GIT workflow for AWS EKS. What is a GIT workflow for AWS EKS? A GIT workflow for AWS EKS is the structured process teams use to manage Kubernetes application code and deployment configuration safely using GIT. It defines how application code is updated, how Kubernetes manifests, why YAML are changed, how container images are built, how production deployments are controlled, why it matters for AWS EKS. Kubernetes deploys changes fast. One bad manifest can break the cluster. Rollbacks must be quick. Deployments happen frequently. So workflow equals stability plus control plus safe deployments. Why AWS EKS projects need a proper GIT workflow? AWS EKS projects usually include application source code, Docker files, Kubernetes YAML files, deployment, service, ingress, Helm charts or customized configs, CI/CD pipeline configurations, ING and cluster configs. Without workflow, cross-mark broken clusters, cross-mark failed deployments, cross-mark hard rollbacks, cross-mark merge conflicts, cross-mark no release history. With workflow, check mark stable clusters, check mark predictable deployments, check mark easier debugging, check mark safer releases, check mark better teamwork. Typical branch structure for AWS EKS. Common structure. Main means production ready manifests. Develop means active development. Feature branches means new features. Release branches means prepared deployment. Hotfix branches means urgent fixes. Example: main, develop, feature, user service, feature, payment service, release, version 1.5.0. Hotfix, crash loop error. Why? Protects live clusters, supports parallel development, enables controlled releases. Feature branch workflow. AWS EKS. For each task, create branch from develop, write application code, update Kubernetes manifests, build and test Docker image, test locally, kind, minikube, commit changes, push branch, open pull request, review and merge into develop. Why? Isolates risky changes, prevents breaking production, enables review. Bad practice. Cross-mark work directly on main. Cross-mark run kubectl apply manually in production. Good practice. Check mark one service per branch. Check mark one task per branch. Pull requests in AWS EKS projects. PRs are used to review application logic, review Kubernetes YAML, check resource limits, validate configs, run automated tests. PR should include check mark clear description, check mark link issue, ticket, check mark test results, check mark deployment notes. Why? Prevents cluster outages, documents infrastructure changes, improves quality. Bad PR. Cross-mark no description, cross-mark no tests, cross-mark huge PR. Commit strategy for AWS EKS. Commits should be small, atomic, descriptive, good commit messages. Add Kubernetes deployment for auth service. Fix liveness probe configuration. Update resource limits for a pod. Bad commit messages. Update. Fix. Final. Why? Easy rollback, easy debugging, clean history. Daily workflow in AWS EKS teams. Typical flow. Pull latest develop. Create feature branch. Write code. Update YAML files. Build and test image. Commit changes. Push branch. Create PR. Review and merge. Why? Prevents conflicts. Keeps work isolated. Keeps cluster stable. Hotfix workflow for AWS EKS. When production breaks, Create hotfix branch from main. Fix manifest or code. Test deployment. Deploy to staging cluster. Create PR. Merge into main. Merge into develop. Why? Fast recovery. Keeps branches aligned. Prevents repeat issues. Example. Hotfix, pod crash. Release strategy for AWS EKS. Releases should be planned, tested, versioned. Good approach. Create release branch. Freeze features. Run integration tests. Deploy to staging. Deploy to production. Tag version. Example. Release, version 2.3.0. Why? Safe deployments. Easy rollback. Clear version history. Code review culture. AWS EKS teams. Review focuses on Kubernetes configs, security, resource usage, scaling behavior, error handling, not personal opinions, blame, style wars. Why? Fewer outages, better reliability, knowledge sharing, CI/CD in AWS EKS workflow. Automation should run unit tests, build Docker images, push to Amazon ECR, deploy to EKS, run smoke tests, on every PR, run tests, lint YAML, validate manifests. Why? Prevents broken deployments, saves time, builds confidence. Tools, GitHub Actions, GitLab CI, AWS Code Pipeline, Helm, Argo CD, Terraform. Common AWS EKS GIT mistakes. Direct commits to main. No PR reviews. No tests. Manual kubectl in production. No version tags. Why? Risky clusters. Hard debugging. No audit trail. Naming conventions. Branches. Feature, notification service. Feature, image API. Release, version 1.7.0. Hotfix, error. Commits. Add. Fix. Update. Refactor. Example. Fix Kubernetes readiness probe. Why? Easy tracking. Professional history. Easy auditing. How GIT workflow helps AWS EKS projects scale. As system grows, more microservices, more clusters, more developers, more deployments. Good workflow. Check mark keeps code manageable. Check mark improves onboarding. Check mark reduces failures. Check mark controls complexity. Real life analogy. AWS EKS GIT workflow is like harbor traffic control. Without system, ships collide. With system, safe docking. Branches equals shipping lanes. PRs equals safety checks. Main equals live harbor. In simple words, AWS EKS GIT workflow means build carefully, test before deploy, review changes, release safely. Best strategy for AWS EKS projects. Use check mark feature branches, check mark release branches, check mark mandatory PRs, check mark carbon monoxide CD automation. Check mark protected main branch. Avoid cross mark direct main commits. Cross mark no testing. Cross mark no reviews. In AWS EKS projects, your GIT commits control real Kubernetes clusters. A good GIT workflow. Check mark protects production. Check mark supports teamwork. Check mark reduces failures. Check mark builds trust.